The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Titans and the Raiders coming up next.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Tennessee Titans
and the Las Vegas Raiders. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Throw left side, complete. That's Hardy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 39-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill.
Lets this go for Renfrow downfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over first and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. 49 yards.
And the Titans will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Titan football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Henry again on 2nd down.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Bulldozes past him.
Derrick Henry on the handoff.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. 30 yards.
And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. how are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Tannehill. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early in the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Tannehill throwing again. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And this one is no good. He missed it. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game, showing up here in the first half.
He finds his man complete. It's Rhodes.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Carl calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. They hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Titans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now a first down throw, Tannehill working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On first down, Tannehill. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Hardy. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 25 on second down, Tannehill. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A final shot before break. Turner. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd, silent. Now Turner throwing on 1st down. This will go to Henry out wide. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. To throw is Turner. To throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Tannehill's throw pulled in by Renfro. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. On third down, here comes Jacobs. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Fights loose. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He finds his man complete. It's Hardy. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Turner now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Hansen. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Turner. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
Again, Tannehill. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Titans first down.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Operating from the gun, Turner escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Hansen. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. The drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Hardy. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Titans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.